Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Mike, and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. Hope you guys are all having a pretty good start to your all's week so far. I know that I myself definitely needed some pretty well-needed rest over the weekend and with everything that was going on my end. But I'm feeling kind of alright for the moment. I'm pretty sure that you could tell likely that I've been busy with the last episode and everything, with the last video that I made. But I've also been a little bit more busy. If you take a little bit of a look over towards the elemental skill right now, I may have done just a little wee bit of wishing. So I guess let me just lay it out for you guys really quick. Basically, I was kind of going through my characters over the past couple days and really thinking about like just who did I really want in the future of Fontaine, or who did I want to like try and buff up a little bit over time with reruns and things like that. And it kind of came to my mind that I was really thinking of, you know, just for now anyway, I kind of just wanted to try and get Lynette to C6 or as close to it as possible. And, you know, that ended up also resulting in me needing to, you know, also wish a little bit on one of the banners, obviously. And I thought to myself, well, am I going to want a Yelan constellation or a Linny constellation in the event that my 50-50 is one? And as I'm sure you could probably tell by just the fact that, you know, Yelan has a second lifeline charge, I made quite the obvious decision in that regard. I don't want to say I was, like, kind of expecting a Yelan constellation to come through. I probably would have been a little bit happier if I had lost the 50-50 and had a guarantee for the next 5-star to come around. But, you know, it's not bad. It's not, I don't want to say it's not good either, because I'm definitely happy with it. I mean, this team right here is just something that I kind of came up with on the spot yesterday after I got them. And it basically just makes it so I never have to actually sprint anywhere again, at least not on my own. Because I can use Lifelines, Lynette's Thrust, and Sayu to just really get around everywhere much faster than sprinting without ever using stamina. And I'm thoroughly loving this, honestly. It's so much fun. And if you guys want like the actual like just full lowdown here, I'll just go ahead and show you real quick. Obviously, Yelan is, where is she? C1. And gives her an extra lifeline charge. Very helpful just for a little bit of extra energy recharge because of the particles that they generate. Very, very good. And Lynette herself is at C4 with, I think, still 888 effectively. Oh, wow, no, it's 998. I forgot. Well, yeah, okay, so she's basically maxed out for the most part. 998 with the C3 level up on her burst. And I'm hoping that sometime in the future we can get to C6 and allow her to get the Animo infusion whenever her burst is popped. Because that is going to just jack up her damage, and I really want it. I just really, really want it. I hope that they maybe give us another one, you know, sometime down the line in the 4.0 series of patches, but we'll have to see. And honestly, with this new team that I'm running here now, I'm kind of wanting to finish building Sayu next. If you guys are aware of like what I was doing prior to Fontaine, just because, you know, 3.8 and 7 were kind of just the biggest down periods, I was working on trying to at least level up, max out, not really talents, but like just level up, max out all of the characters on my account. And Sayu was one that I had a little bit lower down on the list, but considering now that I have a team where I can literally just never sprint and I have full reign to do really what I want in terms of traversal, I'm kind of thinking of going and leveling her up soon. I will honestly say she's probably maybe at just as effective, if not slightly more effective than Jean. I know Jean has a lot better burst healing capabilities than Sayu does. Sayu's a lot more gradual in that case, but I think also just the swirling capabilities of Sayu is also like pretty sought after, at least for, you know, some other teams. I'm not the biggest like sort of meta hugger when it comes to Genshin. I just play who I like or who I think is fun. And, you know, since I haven't used Sayu all that much, she's feeling pretty alright. She's feeling pretty good. I'm also slowly working on making sure that I get all the materials for all of the Fontaine weaponry. It's just gonna, take a little while because obviously working on characters and trying to level weapons at the same time is pretty hard, especially when you don't have the Mystic Enhancement or to do so. Just today, right before I started recording, actually, I fully maxed out the Ferryman sword. So it's R5 from fishing. This is the fishing sword. I'll work on the actual blacksmithing one soon. I think that's going to be one of the next ones that I work on, actually. But here you go, max level, max refinement. And I think it's actually like kind of the perfect sword for Lumine in the Hydro element. The other sword, the Finale of the Deep, is level 80. I'm going to try and cap that off as soon as I can. Should be able to do so relatively soon. I think I have the purples necessary to change those into golds. I also have my hands on the Claymore as well. It is, where is it? It's right here, level 20. I'll work on leveling that up soon. And we also, just this morning actually, I ended up getting the Catalyst. So that's also level 20. Flowing Purity. We'll make sure that we get this leveled up as well. Ooh, sweet, using some of these as well. All right, I'll quickly bump that up. I think it is a little strange that all of these weapons seemingly just have attack buffs instead of anything else kind of substantial. It just makes it harder to build characters because, crit is so important in this game. But, maybe in some cases it's not as important because, general attack power over a bit of a poor crit ratio can be just as effective, if not more effective. But I don't know, it's just strange to me. And maybe I'll experiment a little bit with Lynette's kind of thing in the future. But I think definitely once I do get C6, I am going to keep her with the black sword. I'm very happy with how everything is going right now throughout Fontaine. It's such a nice, refreshing change of pace. I think I'm further settling on the fact that I just really wasn't a fan of Sumeru as a nation. It's very strange. I don't know, dude. I'm just having so much more fun, and I'm always feeling so refreshed to keep coming back and playing in Fontaine. Whereas in Sumeru, it definitely started feeling in each patch like it was just becoming a bit more of a chore to do so. And speaking of fishing, though, and getting different materials and everything, I should probably go check on the fishing places, and if I haven't done it in the past couple days, because I think I'm getting eerily close to finishing up the last little bit out of the fishing association here. I pretty quickly went through everything that I had to offer in that regard, so I'll have to go check that here in a second. Alrighty, so let's see what we got here. This is the Fishing Association here in Fontaine, if you guys are still somehow unaware of the location. Just outside the court, on the east side of it, on this little piece of ruined wall, I guess. I don't know, it's weird to kind of look at Fontaine and realize that it definitely is likely that the entire nation's kind of, flooding. But let's see what we got here. I have also talked with Delaroche for her entire mini quest thing that's here, and I haven't gotten an update for a few days, but yeah, this is the last thing I need. I just need to get the fishing rod out of here, and I think it's only going to take probably one more day, judging from the fish remaining out of there. Those blue ones are the most common. I think they're at every fishing hole, but the white ones, if I'm not mistaken, are pretty rare. This nation is just so beautiful and refreshing. No pun intended with a lot of the water-related stuff, but just looking at it and traversing around, it just feels genuinely really nice to be here. It feels like a second home, similar to Mondstadt in a way. At least that's the way it feels to me anyway. And going through and trying to get all of the characters that I want, thinking ahead towards that, also getting all of the chests, puzzles, the new weapons, and things like that. I'm honestly having a lot more fun here than I did in Sumeru, definitely. While Sumeru was my first actual full region to be a part of its release, I'm thoroughly enjoying more spending time with here in Fontaine. Dude, is it just me or is Lynette hitting actually really freaking hard? She's hitting 3,000 damage on some normal. I'm honestly kind of feeling a little bit unprepared right now and a little self-conscious because truthfully I don't really have much that I have going on to talk about just because life has been getting in the way for me, being extremely busy, and I haven't had much time to think about kind of what video topics that I really want to be covering just for the small videos like this. But actually something that I Actually, wow, hold on. I actually, because, yesterday at the time of recording this, I was actually watching a lot of people's reactions to a lot of the later Archon Quest stuff, and perhaps I'll talk about that a little bit more once I actually, make the video of me going through all of the Archon Quest stuff, like the little compilation video that I talked about the other day, where we're all kind of like actually genuinely having a bunch of nice little theories coming up about what's up with Farina and Nuvalet, and I'm not going to talk about too many spoilers, really. I'm going to try not to until that video actually gets posted, because I know there are definitely some people out there who likely may have not finished the Archon Quest yet, but there's a lot of things to consider, and I think the one thing that I probably can mention here really quick, just because it's something that we were told about in the special program, is about the Oratrice itself. Because thinking about the Oratrice and its sort of purpose in Fontaine, there's just something on my mind that I'm thinking of what it could possibly mean.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
So we've got the Oratrice, right? And that actually makes all of the verdicts when it comes to court and law decisions in Fontaine. It's while technically Nuvalet does hold power, it's not really him that is able to have the final verdict. It is Oratrice ultimately, which makes me think that if this machine holds so much power in that regard over a nation that takes their laws not seriously, but they hold them in high regard. What if the Oratrice itself, what if the Oratrice itself either is or is running directly off of the Gnosis? Now, I'm not really sure about what the implications of that could be, the fact that maybe if that is true, Farina literally has no access to the Gnosis, but, it's like, why is it so important, and why is it held as the highest law in the nation when we have a Chief Justice and an Archon present as well? Why leave it in the hands of a machine, I don't know, there's just so many interesting things when it comes to the storytelling of Genshin, and Hoyoverse is definitely getting way better at doing it. It's so freaking interesting. I love it. I'm very curious as to what sort of plot points and overall plans Hoyoverse has when it comes to the next couple acts of Fontaine, because like when it comes to Farina, like why does she seem so like, I don't know, it seems like dual personality-esque, but I don't think she is. I don't think she has that. There's just a lot of interesting things to consider, and I'm like so genuinely invested in what is going on here. It's like, why I have no words to express a lot of my excitement for what is coming up in the future for this nation. Like, I was excited to like go through the Archon Quest of Sumeru and like actually get Nahida broken out and free her and reinstate her as the rightful Archon of the nation, but like this is just something crazy, dude. When it comes to Fontaine, I am so excited. I don't know, there's just a lot of things to consider when it comes to Fontaine in that regard, but I think I'm rambling here for a little while, so I'll go ahead and cut things off just for this video, something short and sweet for y'all today. So firstly, if you all did enjoy this little video just talking a little bit about Fontaine and what's coming up for the future, a lot of the stuff that I've been working on, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, because although I can't really upload every day as of right now, I am trying to upload as often as I can. I love making these videos for you guys. It's very fun for me, and I love sharing a lot of my experience when it comes to Genshin and things like that. So be sure to stick around if you're at all interested. And yeah, I think I'll go ahead and leave things there for today. So once again, thank you guys so very much for watching if you stuck around to the end, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.